Hi guys, let's see who's online. Hey Jimmy. Hi guys. So just to give you a heads up, hey Jess. Jess, you might recognize where I am. Hey Elsa. So I am outside just now at this at this very cute cafe in Montreal. So Jess may recognize this. It is very, very hot in Montreal at the minute, and it's actually a lot cooler to be outside than it is inside at the minute. So I have headphones in, so hopefully the sound, hey Laurie, hopefully the sound's all okay for you guys and I can see the screen and everything. So how's everyone doing? This is now day 8 of sugar-free September. Yes, we are very close to the ocean here. So Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Awesome. Someone's just decided to start washing their car outside, so you may hear some spray there. How's everyone doing? It's day 8. Apologies I wasn't on Scope yesterday. Yay, some more people from Montreal. Jess and I actually, it was Labour Day here in Canada and I believe America as well. Is that right, Jimmy? I know, I'm so sorry. It was Labour Day here and we had some social events and then just later on and bad thunderstorms and everything like that here as well. So we're back online today, day 8. Oh no, Jess, I will see you later though. Yay, hey Ems, thank you so much. Ems, I hope you don't mind me sharing. Ems is actually one of my friends from back home and she's doing amazingly on Sugar-Free September as well. And doing so incredibly well. I'm really proud of you for it. So thank you for being here and sneaking on at work. Where's everyone coming from? I think I know some of where you guys are coming from. Yeah, Jess is gone. Hey Debbie, how are you doing? It's not long. Debbie and Ilsa are going to be coming to Scotland to see us. So I'm going to show them around all the amazing spots in Edinburgh that we have to offer. Yay! Oh yeah, London, Ontario, not London, UK, Washington, amazing. 100% sugar free for 7 weeks. How are you doing? I know, I can't wait to have you guys there either. I'm still keeping it a bit of a secret on Facebook because my mum doesn't know I'm coming back yet, so I haven't let her know that date. Turkey, oh my goodness. Reno, amazing. You're at the home of Rob Wolf. I know, I'm so excited. Moscow, oh my goodness, what's the weather like there? Okay, now I'm just going to be all over the blocking today as well, so guys, don't mind if you see so many blockings going on because I can't be bothered with that. No, my mum definitely does not watch Periscope, Jimmy. We've just literally got her on Facebook, so okay, so sorry, I'm just literally going all over the blocking today because I can't be bothered with it. So sorry guys. Back to what the topic is on today. We've been getting a lot of different nutrition questions, so I'm going to answer some that got asked on Karen's Periscope earlier, just to make sure I cover that. Yeah, bye. So we just want to say fawn to them, Enums. So I published a blog post the other day on the different types of fats that you can have. So we were getting asked, definitely the blocking queen, Jimmy, I'm all over it. We've been getting asked a lot of questions about fats that you can have. So yeah, definitely bye, Laurie. A lot of people, when they go this way of eating, the first thing is that it can be quite daunting with this amount of fat that you can actually have. So for a lot of people, actually telling them that you can eat butter and cheese and cream is kind of a bit like, whoa, how's that the case when it's been off are you eating sugar replacement things? Or no, we're talking about real healthy things. So this is what we're getting to the topic with regards to fat. So obviously taking out sugar and refined grains really allows for the replacement of really sort of healthy natural fats within your diet. A lot of people obviously think that just can just be dairy options, so things like butter, cream, etc. However, for a lot of people, they can't actually tolerate dairy. Now a lot of the time that is because aspartame's not the best either. We really don't encourage people to have aspartame. We're trying to get people off all that, particularly the diet drinks that contain a lot of it. Thanks for the love, guys. But thanks, Jimmy. It should be replaced with obviously natural fats. Aspartame is really not something that I would encourage people to have within their diet, but we're just talking about fats today. So for a lot of people, dairy isn't always tolerated for lots of different reasons. They can have an allergy, they can have an intolerance. It can actually cause a lot of mucus buildup in a lot of people. It can also cause acne, etc., to break out. So it's just to say that it doesn't always just have to be about dairy. So I have published a blog post on this. It is on social media and it's quite disgusting, Jimmy. We'll share the links as well on the Facebook page, and that's Sugar Free with Karen Thompson. So you can find us there, ask us any questions. So the other fat options that I wanted to take you through, so I have a list in front of me which is on the page. Eggs are a really good option, but you have to make sure that you're going to eat the whole egg. So it is really within the yolk where the best sort of nutrients with regards to the fats are contained. Coconut is a really, really good option. Now for a lot of people, they don't actually like the taste of the coconut. Thanks, Jimmy. Yes, definitely butter. For some people, butter is okay. If you still can't tolerate butter, then ghee is a really good option. You can make your own, or you can also buy it pretty much in most supermarkets, even in the UK. I've seen it there as well. So coconut products, so things like coconut oil, coconut butter, coconut cream is really, really delicious as well. That can be used in a lot of different recipes, things like curries, acts as a really, really good base for a lot of people. Hi from Australia. You've got things like desiccated coconut as well, so you can use, and the coconut flakes. Yes, I am Scottish. You can use that even in things like if you're going to have, some berries, you can use a little bit of coconut. It's a really good fat within there. Coconut flour as well. It's all about the base, Jimmy. Yes, that song comes to me there. Coconut flour is really good. However, if you are going to bake or anything with coconut flour, it is quite drying. So you are going to have to use things like coconut oil or some butter in there if you can tolerate it. You then have fatty meat and fish as well. So a lot of people forget grass-fed yogurt is amazing. Dairy options are amazing. So I'm not saying not to have dairy. So things like butter, cream, yogurt, all obviously full fat options. Things like creme fraiche. There is a lot of fibre in the coconut flour as well, thanks Jimmy. Cheesy, so that is hard and soft cheesies as well, all really great sources of fat within your diet. If you can't tolerate that, then any form of coconut products are really, really amazing. Coconut flour you can actually buy in most supermarkets. If you're somewhere where you can get specialised supermarkets like Indian supermarkets, or you can buy it on Amazon as well. Coconut flour sometimes does have a little bit more carbs. Almond flour is a great substitute for some people, though they obviously have allergies to nuts, so it obviously acts as a very good alternative there. Yep, a lot of Asian shops sell it, but you can. I actually have bought mine on Amazon as well, so it just depends where you want it from there. Thanks for all the different options. Yeah, a mix of almond flour and coconut flour is really good. Thank you for that, Jimmy. And I think, have you got some recipes in your keto cookbook with those options? You just say yes or no if you have. Yep, all the so coming on to that, so the meats, fish and eggs, perfect. So for anybody looking for particular recipes, get Jimmy Maria Emmerich's new book, which is the Ketogenic Cookbook. I'm still yet to get my hands on the hard copy of that. I'm hoping it's waiting for me when I get back to Scotland. So any of the fatty meat, so any fat on a meat, so if it's a piece of steak, no cocoa, okay, thanks Enams. So any of the fats on meats, so a steak, a pork chop, lamb chop, etc. Anything along those lines. You can eat the skin on turkey or chicken, duck, etc. All really good sources. And then fatty fish as well. So salmon, mackerel, sardines, they're obviously really amazing sources, and where you can get your essential fatty acids as well. So your essential fatty acids are only the ones that you can find your omega-3s and 6s. Sorry, what's that question? Yes, cream that doesn't have additives. Now, this is something that is actually really, really new to me coming to the States and Canada. In the UK, our cream is just cream. We don't actually have any additives in it, so I was really surprised by that coming here. Carinogen is something that I found here in the States, and to be honest, it really affected my skin eating that. Big up to the UK. I cannot wait to get back to just have some normal double cream. However, I have managed to seek out no, not all cream NMs. You think all cream. Double cream is real cream, heavy whipping cream isn't. No, and heavy whipping cream, they all have percentages over here in the States. So you have things, it's like 35%, I think, is like the maximum here that I've found. Kefir is actually amazing. That is another product. Thank you for shouting that out there, Stephanie. Kefir is really amazing. It's a really good prebiotic as well, so it can really help with the gut. So having like a tablespoon of that is actually something that I added in. Any of the raw options, so raw cream, raw dairy, etc., if you can get a hold of it. I know that it is obviously banned in quite a lot of countries, so it's banned in the UK, so you've got to be a little bit careful where you can get it from. Yep, it's very dependent on where the cow gets its nutrition from as well. Coconut kefir is available as well. Awesome. I've never seen coconut kefir, so maybe you can see that somewhere. It's banned in the UK to do with pasteurisation. So obviously laws came in with regards to making milk safe for pasteurisation. Okay, so it is legal. You have to know someone in Canada. Perfect. I don't know anybody in Canada who sells it, but maybe some of the Canada people can let it okay. Some places in the UK is okay. I know in Scotland you have to be a little bit careful. I definitely know it's a little bit under the table selling it in Scotland. So other places people can let me know what it's like, and if you can get it, great. Like I said, they brought the laws in due to pasteurisation, so that's why it is there. Perfect, Elsa. Please do send that to me. I would love to see it. Pasteurised is okay to have. It definitely is okay to have. Some people just prefer it in the raw form as well. It is legal in some states in the US. I do know that it has been illegal as well, and some people have got in trouble with it. So just coming back onto the meats and fish, also eggs. Eggs as well. One thing I found really interesting as well as I've been on this journey, particularly across the States, is when you see an omelette on the menu, and then quite often it has underneath it you can get an egg white omelette. However, you have to pay more for the egg white omelette, which I find really surprising because all the nutrition is actually in the yolk. So please don't buy egg white omelettes when you're out and about. Just get the actual omelette itself. The yolk is so nutritious. Yeah, it totally drives me crazy as well. Bone broth, I absolutely love bone broth as well. So eggs is a really, really good source of fats within there. Yes, asking it to be cooked in butter. Again, that's another thing I've had to learn whilst I've been on my travels here. They often cook it in a lot of seed oils and reused oil as well, which is not the best. Other oils as well that you have is olive oil, things like olive oil, walnut oil, avocado oil, etc. I've been I've actually been low carb for, probably about 5 years now. I've been following low carb. Thanks, Ilsa. I've just seen that come through to my account for the list there. So I've been about 5 years. Sometimes macadamia nut oil is amazing. Sometimes I do let my nutrition slip, so like all of us, I'm a big fan of dark chocolate, so I can sometimes have far too much in my diet. So this month of September has been a really, really good reset tool for me. And I've even noticed difference within myself as well. So it's been really, really amazing. SCD, is that a specific carbohydrate diet that you're talking about? Or yes, in wine, however, I have still allowed myself some wine options, so some red wine and a little bit of Prosecco as well. I have allowed into my diet, Jimmy. Vegetable crisp, yes. The specific carbohydrate diet is obviously a really great diet, particularly for people who are suffering from things like IBD, IBS. It's a really, really good starting point for a lot of people. I really do love the SCD diet. So if you have gone low carb and you're still suffering with regards to bowel issues, then definitely check out the SCD program. It's okay to have green apple and green juice, or SFS. I don't know what SFS is talking about. Green apples are obviously a lot lower in sugar. We would rather you stick to lower fruit sugars. Things like berries and some stone fruits as well are okay. If you are going to have the fruits, make sure you have it along with some fat options. So if you aren't particularly insulin resistant, Sugar Free September, okay, thank you. So there's loads of abbreviations flying around here. If you aren't someone who is particularly insulin resistant or doesn't have problems with your blood sugar control or obviously any weight issues, then having a small amount of green apple with a little bit of nut butter is okay. For most people, it's probably still a bit too high in sugars. The GAPS diet as well is also really good. I've not worked with that personally. I have with SCD, so that's how I can vouch for that one. So just getting back to the oil, so things like olive oil, walnut oil, macadamia oil, avocado oil are all really great oils to have within your diet for fat options. What I would say with those oils as well is make sure to, comment to that one, Jimmy, is to make sure to just have those over food rather than cooking with them, because when you cook with them, they're not very heat stable, so if they get to a very high temperature, you basically change the chemical structure of that particular oil, and then it's actually a little bit more detrimental for the body. So use those kind of things over salads, to dress over any types of meats, any vegetables, etc. are really, really good. Coconut oil and butter, beef tallow, lard, etc. all really great options for cooking, and those are the ones I would recommend. Dripping is also a lot cheaper. Things like lard, etc. I would totally go for. Duck and goose fat as well, if you can actually get that, is also really good options. And then other fat options that you have, bacon fat is amazing. That is what Jess has, and that's what we've been using to cook for the past few days. It is so delicious. Other things that we have are obviously things like avocados. If you bacon full stop, most definitely. I know this is making me very hungry, and I suddenly realised I've actually not eaten today yet, so I definitely need to get something after this. Nuts and seeds obviously offer, so things like avocados, nuts and seeds, and nut butters, all really good sources of fats. The major thing you've got to be careful is not to overeat on these, because I am eating ketones, Jimmy, is because obviously they can add to the sort of your carbohydrate content for the day. So just depending on why you're following this, if you're someone who's very insulin resistant, have a severe problem with blood sugar control or weight issues, then you really need to kind of keep check things like eating nuts and seeds and nut butters as well. It's very easy to overeat on those. And then it's really, really easy to overeat on those. And then the last few things are like things that we've mentioned. So beef tallow, lard, duck and goose fat are all really, really amazing options. So those are the kind of different fats that I would recommend. Peanut butter, I'm a little bit out on peanut butter. Most of the shop bought ones do contain sugar within them. You can get some of the very organic ones, which are a little bit lower, but I would still prefer you stick with things like almond butter. That's probably one of the lowest in terms of sugar content. Things like cashew, walnut and hazelnut butter is a bit better. Almond butter homemade is a lot better, and literally all you need to do to make that is a food processor. You can actually use a food processor, that's what I've done in the past. Just be very careful with the food processor, or NutriBullet is really good as well. Sometimes I have a tendency to heat up because you have to have it on blitz for a very long time. So just be a little bit careful and make sure you don't leave the house with that on or anything like that. You don't get any troubles with it on there. One of the other questions I wanted to answer was someone that asked in Corin's Periscope earlier was with regards to beans and pulses. So obviously for the month of September, we've spoken about this. I'm sorry guys, I think it's getting a little bit loud here. Let me know if you can hear it okay. I don't know what this person over the road is doing here. Some people, if you are obviously on sugar-free, we have lots of different people from different approaches that are coming on to sugar-free. Some people are using this as a complete, okay, thanks guys. Some people are using this just as a bit of a reset tool, who are low carbers. So those types of people who are, like we keep saying, who are very, very, okay, is that a little bit better? Some people who are very insulin resistant, then beans, pulses and lentils would be a little bit too high for them. So you probably would avoid those from your diet. For those individuals, and we have had some people who've contacted us who actually have issues with being a little bit underweight. Okay, everyone's saying yes and Jimmy's saying no, so I'll hold it a bit here. And so for those people, okay, perfect, thanks Jimmy. For those people, the pulses, beans and lentils are probably a little bit too high for them. For those individuals that aren't looking so much for blood sugar control or for weight loss or don't have insulin resistance problems, then having a small amount of the beans, pulses and lentils as part of your meal is okay. I've done that in the past before and it's been okay for me. Those times I'm probably a lot more active when I work out a lot more. I can tolerate that a lot better. Majority of people, beans, pulses and lentils generally don't agree with them, and that's a lot to do with kind of gut issues and things like that as well. So for the majority of people, I would say to avoid if you have any kind of blood sugar level issues. For sugar-free September, obviously our main thing is getting rid of the sugar and the refined grains. So if it's a difference between eating that and having a very big refined starch meal, then I would rather have you have the beans, pulses and lentils. I hope that answers the question, and I hope whoever asked it earlier is on here. Yes, we're definitely looking at getting rid. This is a starting point for a lot of people. A lot of people have been following an SAD diet, particularly before coming on with us. So that is kind of what we're looking at here. Thanks for the love, guys. So I hope that has answered a lot of the questions surrounding that. We've seen a lot of questions, and I think it was on the back of the interview that we did with Jimmy yesterday surrounding fasting. So I am going to cover that in a later Periscope. I'm not going to do that today, because I think there's a lot of information kind of thrown in here. Thanks, Karen. I love you too. There's a lot of information here, but there's definitely a lot surrounding intermittent fasting, and I did shadow with Jason Fung in his clinic a few weeks ago in Toronto. It's very hardcore to fast. I don't want everyone thinking that's the first thing they have to go off and do is fasting. So like I said, I am going to cover, thanks Laurie, I am going to cover that in another scope, hopefully tomorrow or the next day. And if you guys have any questions or anything you want to see either Karen or myself covering these scopes, please just let us know. We're here. I have got a little bit of a tan. So anybody, Jimmy and Karen can probably be testament to this. When I left for this trip in South Africa, I was very Scottish skin, shall we say, and now I have a little bit of a tan, which I think is going to disappear as soon as I am back in Scotland. So yes, it's going to be a huge shock. Ilsa and Debbie, it's very, very cold in Edinburgh, so guys, just be prepared. I keep getting people telling me this. So I hope this I hope this kind of helps everyone a little bit with the scopes. There is a link, so I have written this all down. There's a blog post on this, so you can there's a table with it, so you have all access to these types of fats. And yep, it's going to be on YouTube as well. We are all on Twitter, so I'm on at Low Carb Genesis, and that's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Definitely bring your coat, Debbie. You're going to need it. And you can, yay, I'm so glad, Enums. You can also find Karen. Thanks, Karen. It's at help. Karen, you maybe just want to type that up there just for your Twitter handle. It is a sugarfreerevolution.com for our website. Perfect. So it's Help Diet SA for Karen on Twitter, and then you can find us on Facebook, and it's the Sugar Free with Karen Thompson is a Facebook page. So please come and ask us any questions on any of the social media outlets. We are getting back to all of them. It is just Karen and I that's pretty much modulating it all, so we are answering everything within our power to do that and the time scope. So as I said, I hope this has helped a little bit, and I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with not so much background noise. Thanks guys for writing that in there. And like I said, any nutrition questions at all, please just let me know. Okay, I will see you later guys. Bye.